Good evening, everybody. February 20th, about 7 o'clock, I get a call from one of my neighbors and a friend of mine that he's got some coyotes coming through his property. He's got a pretty good sized farm for Maine standards anyway, and we're gonna go see if we can take care of those for him. He noticed quite a decline last year in his deer herd, and so he asked for some help earlier in the year. Our season started here on December 16th, so since then we've Tim and I got a double out of there, and then I took a single. So we've taken 3, which is quite a few for Maine, and so they're back anyway. We'll go over there tonight and see if we can do some good for them. I got my ballistic calculator set up today on my Pulsar X-24. Pretty slick setup. First time I've messed with it. I was zeroed at 100, and I backed up to 300 and shot it right in the bullseye, so pretty happy with that. I'm anxious to give it a try and see how it works. Basically, for anybody that doesn't know, you've got your typical crosshairs in your scope, and you hit whatever you're aiming at with your rangefinder, get a range, and it'll adjust and put another X on your bullseye, or excuse me, on your crosshairs, and show you a way to shoot. So I'm anxious to try that instead of Kentucky windage, doing it with a little bit of technology. So as I said, today is February 20. It's also the anniversary of my my buddy's death. His name was Bobby Pelletier. He crashed his snowmobile 2 years ago today, and I lost him. And we used to do all of our hunting together, of course. And I never did get him out coyote hunting. It was all focused on deer hunting. But just I want to pass along a little advice to you guys. You undoubtedly have some buddies that you hunt with. You just get lots of pictures, cherish the time together, and don't be afraid to let them know how you feel. And Bobby left this earth. He knows that I love him, and I know that he loved me. And you know, you can say what you want to about that, but I'm okay with it. So anyways, let's turn this positive and go get some coyotes. Well, it's a little after midnight. I decided to call it a night. I think I did 3 stands total. The first one that you guys saw was a successful one. That was the one that the guy who owns the place had called me and was hoping I could take care of some, and worked out pretty good. Using the MFK little B sequence that Tori gave out on the Foxpro podcast. If you're not listening to that, you're missing out. Basically, I just followed it to a T, and when I got the Humpty Bumpty, in they came, and they were moving. The male was in front. That's the one I ended up getting. He died 19 paces from the call. The female, after I shot, obviously, burned out, and I tried to fling one at her, but didn't get her. And then I went back and finished him off. I tell you what made a big difference was the T-Loss, and I may be saying that wrong, but the T-Loss XP50 LRF. I was scanning. It was in a relatively small field, and you saw there was a little bit of a rise there where they kind of came up and surprised me. Well, not really surprised me, but came up on top of me. How's that? And but anyway, I was looking through a small patch of hardwoods, and then there's a field on the other side. And while I was doing that, I was able to see a coyote crossing down there, so I had an idea roughly that they were coming, and then they surprised me. But he came in hot. He did not like that at all, having more coyotes in his area. Wasn't able to use the Stream Vision ballistic calculator. As you saw, it all happened pretty quick, but I'm anxious to give that a try. I did have some action on my other stands. I had a coyote probably 400 yards crossing the back of a field, but and I'll try to get some footage for that. But he stopped a couple times. I just couldn't get a range on him. He was just too far, and I wasn't going to try it anyway. No sense in wasting bullets on that. But
we'll try them again another time. And then the last stand I did, I got them to respond to me, but they wouldn't commit. There was a paved road between us, and I didn't really figure they'd want to cross that anyway for the call. I'd like to thank old Bobby Big Buck brought this one to me. Miss you, buddy. But anyway, we're gonna fill up the boiler, call her a night. We'll see you guys next time.